Last week we built this. This week, we're going to design inside of here. So to the guy whose comment is on the screen, here's that video. So tip number 1 is line out where you want your rooms to be with some form of border, whether it's with logs or some other block that you want to outline the house with. I'm doing logs just because it'll look good in here. So I'm going to go ahead, lay out an outline. I've now outlined where I want all my rooms by building up the pillars to the corners and by putting the logs going from the top. And something you can do with these beams is just place stairs on them so that way they look more curved and not so flat. This is optional, but I like to do this from time to time, and you know what? I will do it in this build. I'm going to work on the kitchen to the house just because I like doing kitchens and they're fun. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and replace all the blocks with the classic black and white just tile. It's not necessary. I'm doing it just to do it because, I mean, why not? If I have the means to do it, might as well. So yeah, I'm going to do black and white concrete. You can do this with carpets or whatever black and white block you want. And it doesn't even need to be black and white. It can be whatever color. But I'm sticking to black and white. To break up the fact that I'm using a lot of wood, I'm going to use stone bricks as my countertops. I also need slabs. So I'm going to do countertops just like so. And there we go. This right here will be my entrance. So I'm also going to do a stone brick countertop right here. And then also one right here. And I changed that corner to a block. But yeah, no, just a basic countertop looks really good in your houses. And what you can go ahead and do from here is take some bookshelves and put them on the top just like so. We'll do one chiseled bookshelf just for the look of it and just put a few books in there. For this corner, go ahead and put a wooden plank. And in the corner here, you can put like a chain, you can put a wall, or you can put a fence, whatever you want. I like how the chain looks. And next to our bookshelves, I'm going to go ahead and put some stairs. We'll put some more chains on there. And let's go ahead and hang a lantern from right there. That's part of the reason I like doing these beams along with a slab roof, because it just looks so good when you put lanterns on them. Now for the design of the kitchen itself, we're going to go ahead and use a iron pressure plate as a cutting board. I'll put it right there because I like how the lines look going like that. Of course, we need a place where we're going to cook the food or chop or whatever. Crafting table's good in a kitchen. Of course, how are you going to cook your food if you don't have ovens, aka smokers? And putting trapdoors on top of those is something you can do. It looks okay. You could also do a sink with something like that and then fill the cauldron in water. I don't ever really do those because I never use the cauldron, but that is a design option that you do have. It's just whatever you think looks good. Let's say you don't want this to be completely like that, but you don't want it to be a full wall. You can go ahead and take trapdoors and turn them into a wall. So once you place them like that, of course, crouch place them on top of each other and then do that. And you can close those. And now you got a complete wall and it's very thin and it fits in the house nicely. A lot of wood if you're in survival though. Now that we've done my favorite part of the house, we're going to do the entrance because this is also very important. For the entrance, I find it good to have some form of carpet. If you use a neutral color like white, gray, or black, perfect. If you use a color that needs accents, that's fine. Just be careful with the colors you use. To match the channel colors, I'm doing a purple carpet. So I'm just going to do that leading into the house. And I guess I can do a small one right here as well. I don't want, do I want to do that? I don't want to overdo it with the carpet, so I won't do a carpet there just yet. Of course, you're going to want a place to take off like your jacket and stuff when you get home at your regular house. So let's go ahead and make a place there. And if you put a smooth stone slab below there, it kind of looks uniform with it. Once again, it's one of those things, it's not necessary, but it's something I just thought of and something I'll do. So yeah, just go ahead and display some armor, whether it's dyed leather armor, some spare like iron or gold armor you have laying around from looting chests. Just display something here. It just adds a little bit more personality to the home. Of course, if you want some culture, go ahead and put in some paintings. Also never hurts to put a little table with a flower pot in it, along with, let's do a lantern. Why not? A lantern's always good. You gotta have light. So very basic design, but it adds so much more into your entrance. And this section of the house is just kind of random. It's kind of here. So what I'm going to do is take some trapdoors and not break my support beams. So I'll take some trapdoors. I'll put them at different heights on the top of the blocks and then put chests on top of them. It gives you some extra storage. I realize the chest doesn't fit there. So let's do a barrel. I mean, you can always place another crafting table. More crafting tables never hurts. So we have that. And then let's say, okay, right here, I'll go ahead and line that with the logs. And that just kind of separates our entrance from over here. I'll do the same thing there. And it just separates it a little bit more. You can do that through the entire house. I'm not going to. Okay, this is going to be the living space. We will come back to it. I want to start on the bedroom because the bedroom is one of the biggest places you'll be going because, you know, it's where you're going to be sleeping and avoiding the mobs. So I'm going to do the trapdoor trick here again, like I did for the kitchen, where I just place a trapdoor, crouch, place one there, and crouch and put one on the top of that. Or to make my life easier, just place it on top of the slab, and then I close them, and I got a little decent wall, which looks really nice. I'm gonna put in mangrove wood doors just to have a little bit of variety. You can do any door, but mangrove looks good. I'm gonna put the stairs right there so that way they match that. And of course, pressure plates. I always like doing the same type of pressure plate as the floor. It just blends in better. Okay, so this bedroom is kind of small, but we'll make the most of it. So of course you're going to want your bed, which for the bed I recommend using one of the more neutral colors, whether it's black, gray, light gray, or white, unless you have a specific design going. These just let you be a lot more versatile with what you want to do in the room. And let's say I want to add a carpet that was different from what was out there, just because this is a completely different room in the house. So let's say I want to do blue carpet, because blue carpet's good. I can go ahead and do a blue carpet, and it just looked different enough from the bed. And the bed, once again, is neutral. It matches anything I do in here, basically. But yeah, find a place for the bed. I'm gonna do it in the corner here, just because when I do my rooms in real life, I like my bed in the corner. Okay, for a dresser idea, go ahead, place some trapdoors on the ground, kind of like so, mimicking what I did with our walls. That way, when you close them, they stand up like that. You put that there. You want to go ahead, put the armor stand on the inside, and then, you know what? It's easier to do this without the armor stand in here. And then you walk back out, you put the armor stand in, and there you go. You got yourself a nice little dresser. You can also do the same thing I did out there with a chest and just put it on top of the wall. So that way you have space to walk under it and it's not taking up space on the ground. Once again, just a small table with some upside down stairs and a flower pot always makes the room look better. Lanterns, you want to use them. It lights up the room and you don't have to worry about anything spawning in here. I guess you could also leave this open. The door was getting in the way of my carpet. I'm gonna leave it open. It was better than having some villagers stalk you while you sleep. And of course, a chest as a bedside table is always not a bad idea because you have more storage, and more storage is always great. Also tip, if you're holding a sword, you can't break anything in creative. It just keeps you from misclicking. So yeah, here's the final room design. I, of course, redesigned it a little bit with moving the chest down and putting in the log beams. But yeah, no, this is just one idea you can do for the room. There's so many things that you just want to test things out and build something till you like it. The living space. Sometimes it can be the hardest thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a nice little couch here. Since I'm the only one living here, we don't need a big couch. So I'm going to, if I can orient myself, I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here and right here, just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll take some wool and I'll put that behind the couch. And this, I'd like to match it with the color of my stairs, so I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'll do that. I like that a little bit more, and it's just, it matches me more. It's almost like a recliner, just it doesn't actually function as a recliner. You know what? I like that more because I feel like if it's too high, it's just very inconvenient to just sit here and I don't know, it just doesn't look good. And what this also does is open up more options for storage. I mean, who does not store things behind their couch? I know I do. Something that's always available to you is just placing trapdoors around and like your chair and stuff. This does add a little bit more detail to it. Not necessary, but you can do it. And let's say I didn't want to do the stairs and I wanted to use trapdoors as armchairs and slabs instead. That's also possible, and honestly, I like that more. I'm gonna stick with this. And I'm thinking I'll use dark oak as a little like coffee table here. I need that one more closer. So right there, do this, put that there. There we go, a nice little coffee table. So while I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, I can just stare off into blank space. And by blank space, I mean this painting. Of course, this is gonna be its own section of the house, so I'm gonna place down carpet with that being the living space. And let's say you have a table like I do here. You can always put the color of the carpet underneath of that with the wool, just so that way it looks like it's more on it, and it looks like the table has dented in the carpet. I mean, that happens to everyone. And of course, you can use a button as a TV remote on your coffee table, as well as a book, make it look like it's something that you're reading. So yeah, that's our living room, which is completed. Once again, you can do a lot more with it if you want to do it. I'm keeping mine pretty basic. You know what? We'll put another chair right there. It does I don't like how it connects to the glass. Okay, you've convinced me. The living room has another just little bench chair right here. I mean, why not? And we'll go ahead, put a backing of trapdoors on there. Just adds a little bit more detail. This corner right here is going to be my utility corner. And what I mean by that is just where I have my work stuff. So I'll put my stone cutter there. I want to see, yeah, I'll put it like that. And then I got a barrel right there for some storage. Let's see. You can also do barrels in the ground. They actually make a really good lining with the stripes that they have, which then lets me replace that with the crafting table. We'll do a furnace here, and just for aesthetic purposes, I'll put the blast furnace on a trapdoor and a chest right there. And since this is my workstation, I'm gonna do a black carpet just to make it look a little different. We're gonna put a fence in here. On the back of the kitchen wall, I'm gonna go ahead and put a stone table here. For the chairs, we'll just do slabs with trapdoors on the back of them, and it just adds a little table right here, which I can't really do much on because of the trapdoors here. But let's say I wanted to get rid of those. I guess I could also put the trapdoors on top of these guys here because they're not really serving any purpose. and then I could get rid of it right there. And then on here, I can put a painting on the trapdoor there. That is a keyboard, that as a mouse, have a nice little laptop. I mean, that looks cool. And once again, flower pots just look really nice. I'll go ahead and put 2 lanterns right there just because they fit. And something else you can do is go ahead, place down some form of light, place a button on it if it's a redstone activated light. If it's a glowstone thing, it's fine. Just place something right there. And then what you want to do is take some trapdoors and place them on the sides of the button. And now you got a nice little ceiling fan that opens whenever you press the button. But yeah, no, just an idea for you. I think it's safe to say the inside of this house is completely done on the first floor. I have this second floor here, which I've already gone ahead outlined with the logs, and where the logs intersected here, I just put trapdoors on the top and the bottom just to make it look like they are connected by something. And as for my ladder going up, I just did once again that trapdoor wall thing I've been doing, placing the ladders, and then up here I just have one extra thing above the ladders, and then it just connects to the wall. And I'm thinking we'll just make this kind of like a hangout area. Like, let's say you just got off of work or something, you just want a place to just chill and relax. That'll be this place. So just a couple basic things, tables with some flower pots on it, a bookshelf area where I store the books I'm reading. Over here, just like I said, nice little chair that you can sit in. Then we have some cool LED neon looking lamps in the attic. I mean, this is just a place to chill, mess around with it, see what you come up with. Okay, maybe you have a makeshift TV, which is made out of wool, which can act kind of like a stereo kind of thing. Those are like the speaker buttons. I don't know, I'm making this stuff up as I go. But then you have a painting as a TV, along with a black button as a remote, and then just a flower pot, because I mean, who doesn't have something blocking their TV? So yeah, just basic stuff like this can help you make a house look a lot more interiorized, make it look good. And I mean, up here is also good. I mean, if you want some more storage, we can put like an ender chest up here. So I mean, you can do that. So you can do something like this, where you just have some extra storage. It never hurts. So yeah, no, just mess around with stuff till you find something that looks good. Look up some stuff online and mess around with those as well. When designing a house, both I also put this here. When designing your house, both exterior and interior, there is no correct option. There's just try things and make it look good. Make it what you want. If you don't like it, take it down and try again. Now, let's say you had a smaller house like this. I never knew glass panes connected to walls. That's good to know. But instead of logs in the corner, you can go ahead and use walls, fences, whatever you want. I'm doing walls just so that way it's less wood and it just adds a little more variety to the blocks I'm using in here. So, of course, you're going to want your bed. And in a smaller house, you don't need to separate the rooms like this. I'll try it to see how it turns out, but it's not as necessary or as practical as doing it in a house like how big that one is. Right here, I'll go ahead, put a crafting table and a smoker. We're gonna do a bookshelf, a chest, and yes, these are slabs. So yeah, bookshelf, chest, that way our kitchen has storage, which makes me remember I never put chests in here. Put a chest right there, and then I can't do trapdoors there because these are here, so I prefer the look of this over what I had. So yeah, you can do that. We got our little kitchen area. Since we got a crafting table there, we don't need a crafting table anywhere in this house. It just saves space. So as for our workstation, I'm gonna just use a furnace, and then right here I will do, okay, I'll do a blast furnace, a furnace, and then for right here, our stone cutter. Of course, you can't forget the carpet to make it look actually nice and pretty. And since we're very low on space in here, a really cool technique to do would be using barrels for your storage, just so that way it's in the floor and it's not taking up space in the house. So yeah, barrels are really good if you need compact storage. But once again, a chest on a shelf on the wall does not hurt either. A flower pot with a little flower to add a little bit more detail and nature into the room. And we'll go ahead and put a painting right there just so that way it adds a little bit more detail to the wall. And our lanterns, we will just hang directly off the wall just so that way we don't need to build anything elaborate. And there you go. I actually think this lantern will look better if it's on top of the furnace. Yep, there we go. But yeah, if you have a smaller house, this is one way you could decorate it. And you got all your essentials. You got your bed, you got storage, you got more storage, you got your stone cutter, furnace, blast furnace, as well as a smoker, crafting table, and storage for your food. So yeah, no, this is a really decent way to detail a small house where it does not look terrible, but it is really tight and cramped just because it is small. Oh yeah, trapdoor hacking. I gotta do this out here because the way I have these stairs. You can do windows that you can open from the inside if you just do trapdoors, and I actually really like that. I'm gonna keep that right there. Those are my tips for designing the interior of your house. Let me know what you like to do in the comment section down below, and let me know what your favorite design I did in this video was. I really like everything I did today. I think it all looks really good. I would love to build a house like this in my survival world. But yeah, no, go let me know what you like about this house, and let me know again what your favorite design tip for the day was. And like with that said, next episode, We will be designing the outside of the houses with terraforming, landscaping, all that stuff. I don't expect that video to do well, but it's still a part of building your house, making it look good, because the exterior, it can really make or break the house. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, go check see if you're subscribed. You may not be. Trying to hit 1,000 by the end of August. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Go leave a like, go comment down below once again what your favorite tip of the day was, and have a nice day.